Poison Kitty.
And I'm Hokyo16.
And together we are twin from another sin. And today we are going to make a tier list of Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. And they are not the correct order here, but we are going to take them in the order that the movies came out.
Yeah, not the way they historically is lined out.
Yeah, not the chronological order. No. So we will start off with Iron Man.
First one.
Yeah, one of the absolute best Marvel Cinematic Universe.
You think it's all
I think so.
Okay, I was going with great, but I can see why. Also because if Iron Man hadn't been successful, we wouldn't have all of this greatness.
A lot depended on that movie.
Yeah,
and it was a hit. So I would put it up with the best.
Okay.
Then we have Incredible Hulk, which I do not like at all.
And I haven't seen it because it doesn't really count in the...
I personally... Okay, this is the unpopular opinion. I don't care. Personally, I don't feel like the Incredible Hulk actually belongs to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But that is my opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm not well, first of all, I'm not really a big fan of Hulk. But I really don't like this movie. I actually like Hulk better in the movies where he's with other heroes. So I would either put the Incredible Hulk at bad or worst.
It's up to you because you have seen it and
yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah. But I hate putting movies in worst.
Yeah.
Because then it should really be worst. Out of the MCU movies, it is the worst. But thinking about it as a movie in total, I would put it at bad.
Yeah. Next is Iron Man 2.
We have Iron Man 2. That is the worst
bad
of the Iron Man movies.
Yeah. And looking at all the other movies,
the first time I watched Iron Man 2, I hated it actually. But then a few years later, I watched it again, while also watching the other Iron Man movies at the same time. I watched all three of them right after each other, and then it was not that bad. So I would actually put it with meh.
Then it's Thor.
Yeah, the first Thor movie is very serious.
Yeah, we don't have that Thor we know now.
No, not at all. He has so much character change throughout the movie.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of amazing how much he changes.
Yeah, and you don't feel like it's rushed or
no,
anything.
Not at all.
It doesn't feel like it's not the same character.
No, he changes over time, but like slowly. You can see, okay, he gets more and more fun and sarcastic.
Yeah.
I do think, though, the first Thor movie was the worst of the three Thor movies.
The worst of the three? I am not a big fan of 2, but okay. Never forget another.
I know, another. I would put the first Thor movie in with good.
Okay, I am good with that. Then they have Captain America, the first adventure.
Not a big fan. I think that is one of the most boring movies they actually made.
Yeah,
it's very long. Well, it feels very long.
It feels really long.
But
it's also because there's not that much happening.
Yes, exactly. In some parts of the movie, it's just extremely slow going.
But it really is, like, you get a feel of who Captain America was, at least, by watching this movie.
But that's about that.
Yeah.
So I would put it with meh, with Iron Man 2.
I agree. Then we have Marvel's The Avengers, the first Marvel's movie.
What?
The first Avengers movie. I can speak.
Yeah, it's the first Avengers movie. And
this was the first Marvel movie I watched in the cinema.
I watched it later, and I was not a big fan of it the first time I actually watched it.
Okay.
Yeah. But then I watched it again, started to grow on me. Now I really like it.
Good.
I mean, hello, Loki is in it.
I know, that's why I didn't get it.
So now I'm a big fan of the first Avengers. That is, I would put it in with either good or great.
I would put it at great because this was like the first Iron Man movie.
Yeah, all of them got together, yes.
It was a really important stepstone.
That is true. Then we have Iron Man 3. And I have a hard time thinking if I like first Iron Man movie the most or the third Iron Man. Because They are both full of Robert Downey Jr.'s sarcastic mood.
Yeah, I agree that it's a really good movie.
It has one of my favorite MCU villains, Aldrich Killian. He's amazing. But again, it doesn't have the same meaning as the first Iron Man movie.
I am not going to allow this one up at the
so
best.
I will put it at great.
Okay, I am agreeing on that. Then we have Thor: The Dark World.
Which I like more than Thor, but you do not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would probably end up at good. I like it because Loki is more in it.
I thought that was your reason why you liked it more.
Yes. So let's put it up
with good. Okay. Next,
Captain America, the
Winter
Soldier.
I don't remember so much about this movie because I haven't watched it that many times.
I have watched it, I think, 3 times.
But the Captain America movies are the movies I have watched least.
They're not that interesting.
Big fan of Captain
Except for Civil War.
Civil War is amazing.
But that's because they're all in it, basically.
Yeah. It's like an Avengers movie, but it's not.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
Like, let's make a Captain America and Iron Man movie in one.
I must say, though, the first time I watched The Winter Soldier, I was super confused.
Me too. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
But today, I think it's a little bit better than the original Captain America because there is so much more happening.
Yeah.
In it. So it's not as boring to look at.
We also get Falcon.
Yes, exactly. And I love Sam. So I would put it at okay.
Okay, yeah. Then we have Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ooh, that is such a good movie.
Oh, yeah, okay, good. Because this is the movie that has the biggest success rate without Robert Downey Jr. And I think that's impressive for the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
I will put it up at best. But I think also Guardians of the Galaxy has a lot of things where you're like...
Yeah, it would have been bad if that had not worked out.
Yeah.
Then we have Avengers Age of Ultron.
This I also watched in cinema.
Yeah, I think we watched it together.
I think we watched it together too.
Yeah. I actually think Iron Man 3 was the first I watched in the cinema. I really started more religiously going to the cinema after from the Avengers Age of Ultron and then forward.
Yeah, but that was also when we began to watch it together.
Yeah, exactly. Age of Ultron, after watching it a few times, is actually really good, and I also really like one of the characters that is in it, that's Quicksilver. I like it a lot.
Yeah. My question is it better than the first one? Because I'm debating about great and good.
Yeah, exactly. I think I would put it with good.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Because I would actually rather watch
the first one.
Avengers, yeah.
Yeah. Then we have Ant-Man. I like this one too, but it's... Yeah. Again, we have a really funny superhero.
Yeah, and I also like that we like the story about how he became Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like all the characters in Ant-Man, actually.
Yeah, I like all of the characters, the dynamic between the characters.
Yeah.
And let me tell you a story.
Oh, no. Not that guy. I would put it up with good, together with Thor.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I think I would watch Ant-Man rather than the two others at some point.
Okay, maybe actually I would watch Ant-Man rather than Avengers. But not rather than Iron Man 3. Yeah, no, he can come up there.
Yeah. He's also very important.
Yeah, he is. In Endgame.
Then we have Captain America Civil War.
Which is the best Captain America movie.
Yeah, agreed. We already talked about it.
Yeah.
I also just like that we see two kinds of perspective to see heroes.
Yes.
And who is for one side of it and who's for the other.
Like, this fight between Captain America and Iron Man. So I would put it up with good.
Yeah.
Because it got a lot of character. Like, not characters, but the movie itself got a lot of character.
Yeah.
Like, it has a very important story to tell.
Then we have
Doctor Strange. That is my mom. I'm sorry, her middle name is Strange. Yeah, and she's a doctor.
This is also a really good movie.
It is. I love it. For me, I think it's one of the more beautifully made movies.
Yeah. Doctor Strange. Great.
Yeah, I would actually put it up there.
Yeah. Then we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yes, not as good as the first.
Not as good as the first, but it's still good.
Yeah, and I have already said I would put it up with great. Because again, you got the dynamics between these characters and it's amazing.
I love these characters.
And you get, I can never remember her name, but the one who can put people to sleep. You get her into, and her and Drax together is amazing.
It's amazing.
So definitely great.
Yeah. Okay, then we go to Spider-Man Homecoming.
And I love the villain here.
And I like Spider-Man.
I mean, it's a little bit weird seeing Michael Keaton as the villain here when you're used to seeing him as Batman, but never mind that. You love Spider-Man. That is your favorite superhero.
That's my all-time favorite superhero.
Yes.
Right after Star-Lord. And I think Tom Holland does a really great job.
He does. He's really good at seeming like this very insecure young superhero who doesn't really know what he's doing all the time.
I love to see. We don't get that he got bitten by a Spider-Man story. We get what happens a little bit after, and he's still a student, and he's still trying to figure out who he is.
So I would put this one up with great as well.
Yeah, okay, good.
Then
we have Thor Ragnarok.
And that is my favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I get why. It is a really good movie.
It's a really good movie. Good story. We get this very new Thor. He got all the sarcasm now.
Yeah.
Like, really.
This is the Thor.
And we got the story. I mean, of course, it's not accurate to Nordic mythology story, but it's a really good take on it, nevertheless. Mm-hmm. And Loki is in it a lot. Again, considering it's my favorite, I would put it up with best.
I can go with that, actually, because I think it's also really, really important movie.
It is.
And then we have Black Panther. Really a good movie, too.
It is. Actually,
yeah,
a lot of things happening. The story is really good, and I like the twist that you think this is the villain. Oh no, but it's not. This is the villain.
This is the villain.
I also think that is great.
Yeah. Then we have Avengers Infinity War.
The first time watching that, you're like on the edge of your seat so many times, like most of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fantastic movie.
Yeah, and really sad.
And I love that so many of superheroes are in it.
Yeah.
Of course, we miss Hawkeye.
Yeah.
But it's really amazing to see how they are trying to deal with this conflict. We can agree when I say it goes up the best.
Yeah, we can agree on that. Then it's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Not as good as the first Ant-Man movie.
No, not at all.
A lot of things is happening though, so it's not because you're bored throughout,
no.
But the whole villain setup, I'm not a big fan of.
No. And you just watched Infinity War.
Yeah.
And then you go and watch Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Again, I would not put it up with grade, because it's not as good as the movies up at grade.
Nope.
I would actually go more with that it's okay.
I am agreeing with that, because I was like, even worse than what they saw at good.
Yeah. The story was not that interesting. It gave an explanation at the end to why Ant-Man was not in Infinity War.
Yeah.
But that was actually, it was the ending that I liked most in Ant-Man.
Yeah. Then we have Captain Marvel. I like this movie.
Yeah, I like, the story was good.
Mm-hmm. I was confused most of the time, but that's fine because so is she. So,
yeah. It gets better the second time you watch it.
Yeah, because then I can see.
Yeah, you catch on to way more than you do the first time you watch it. So it's one of them movies that you have to watch the second time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's also really important.
It's really she's really important too. But I'm debating with myself if it belongs with great though.
Yeah.
I feel it's on the same length as Ant-Man actually. Like in how the movie is.
I think I have only watched this one once.
Yeah, I have watched it twice. And I would put it with great.
Okay. I was debating about good and great.
Then it's Endgame. I mean, you can't have Infinity War up at best without having Endgame up at best. Or even best plus.
Yeah, best SSS tier.
Endgame was amazing. It was an amazing end to the whole Avengers.
Yeah, the whole first 3 phases of the Marvel Cinematic.
Yes. And though it was a bit confusing with the time traveling, it still was interesting seeing them travel back in time, and I was thrilled when I saw Loki and him escaping in another timeline.
Yeah, it needs to go up at best, there's no doubt about it. Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah, I feel like it's not as good as the first Spider-Man movie.
No, I still really liked it.
Yeah, but I would personally watch Homecoming way more than I would watch Far From Home.
It says to be at phase 3 in the Marvels, but I think more like it's a 3.5 because it's like, okay, this is the stepping stone to the new phase we're going at. So that's where I think it's important, and it's also a very emotional movie where this is your movie to say goodbye to Iron Man.
Yeah, I would put up with great, but not best.
No, I'm just talking about getting it up at great because I felt like you were going to put that good, and I was just like, nope.
I was conflicted with myself with good or great, but you have talked yourself up to great.
Good. This is our tier list of this.
We will leave a link in the description below so you can make your own Marvel Cinematic Universe tier list if you want to.
Yeah. And we would like to hear your opinions down in the comments.
Yeah, you probably don't necessarily agree with us on everything.
Or if you do agree with us, I will just say you have good taste.
So I hope most people agree with our best, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it for this video.
Yeah.
So please like and subscribe.
And ring the bell.
And we will see you guys in the next video.
Bye!